my coming out, as I've come to know, is more of a process than a single event. It's one that happens sometimes on purpose and sometimes out of necessity. For example, when I'm at the doctor's office and the nice lady in scrubs asks me if I'm using birth control, and I explain that definitely dating women. Or when I'm at the airport and I'm in the bathroom and I'm brushing my teeth and the lady beside me asks who's waiting for me at arrivals. I come out when a friend of a friend asks me who gave me the necklace that I'm wearing. I come out at lunchtime when a coworker wants to know what I'm up to this weekend, and I explain that my girlfriend is my girlfriend again. And I'm doing it right now. I'm telling all of you. I don't have a coming out episode. If this were a TV show, my story would be a B-plot arc that would have lasted 5 seasons and there would be no cats. Yet. But because I wrote this piece, I had to pin down some sort of TSN turning point. So I traced it back to this, my first love, dancing. No, not the cool, like, I took dance for 10 years kind of dancing. I'm talking about, like, hitting up the bar with your best friends, shutting down the dance floor wearing sneakers. It was my second year of university, and it was Throwback Thursday. I was wearing a neon green snapback, and I had been taking some beginner hip-hop classes that year to add some general swagger to my life. I still haven't gotten there yet, but I like to think I've learned it. And I was out there on the dance floor, and I saw one of my hip-hop teachers absolutely burning it on the dance floor. So I looked to my friend, precious baby Julia Tran, and I said to her, pointing, "Julia, that girl can really dance. I think I want to start dating girls." And she looked at me and she said, "Yeah, okay, like right now?" "No, Julia, not right now." And that was it. It wasn't a breakdown. It was a realization. It was a from now on, I'm gonna try this mentality because I deserved just as much as anyone to feel those lovey, fluffy things where you are so obsessed with someone that you're willing to let them borrow your favorite sweater and you are even willing to admit that it looks just a little bit cuter on them. But then I had to come out all the time. And that felt hard because I didn't have a real explanation for coming out or wanting girls. I didn't have someone in mind that I was crushing on, and boys did want to date me, but it's not what I wanted. And there was this part of me, this real part of me that wanted to date girls, and this whole world of people who had only known me as straight Cass needed to know that too. I had no big bang moment. It was just the first in a series of interactions that have never really stopped. And so one cold and cloudy day at the corner of University and Union, overlooking the intersection, I spoke with a friend about the frustration of coming out and how it never seemed to end. And he said something to me that I will always hold dear. He said, "Cass, then don't come out. Just let them in." And that's when being gay went from being a burden on what people expected of me to being the introduction into everything else that I am. It does not make me more interesting or exotic. It only makes me more me. Let them in. Let people listen to you. Let them react. Let them be surprised. Let them surprise you. Let this be an opportunity for honesty, not a confrontation of expectations. This is not inherently negative, even if it is hard. Telling people that I am gay is not an inconvenience. It's not a liability. It's not something to overcome. It's not me stepping out into a real world that I wasn't a part of before. It's an exercise of authenticity. It's about the choice that you make when you say, "I love you," and you don't know what you're going to hear on the other side. You say it not because the answer is one you know you will want to hear, but because it was already written inside of you. And saying it out loud cannot change that. It was an excitement to share a part of me that finally had made more sense than it had before. Bringing it to light has only made me a more fulfilled and supported person. I have a perspective and understanding made clearer by this difference. I assume less. I see more. And so, as I wrote this piece, I wanted to talk to some of my friends about what was going on in their head when I had first come out to them. And so my friend Courtney told me this is what she had thought. She thought, make sure she knows how much this means to you. Make sure she knows that this is important, but it's not a big deal. Make sure to maintain the difference between this is great, but this changes nothing. Make sure she knows you love her. And I do.